Hey guys, so today I'm going to be cooking another vegetarian dish. This is what we call channa, that it's basically a garbanzo bean curry. It is so simple and so easy, so if you just want to try something new, vegetarian, some type of quick little vegetable pop of protein sauce to put over rice or to have with tortilla, this is a great dish. Or if you're vegetarian or vegan, this is a perfect dish for you. So I am going to walk you along to start off with. I have some medium to large onion, whatever you prefer, sliced and diced pretty finely, that is going to be browning right now in the skillet. So that's what you want to have going first. And then you want to have these things on hand. Two cans of garbanzo beans. I have the kind that have 50% less sodium, so that's always nice. That 8-ounce can of tomato sauce or fresh tomatoes, which is actually really good to throw in there as well. I got some of this ginger that I like a lot, which is a ginger paste that you can just pop out. Otherwise, you would grate about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of ginger. We've got just some curry powder and some red chili powder. If you don't have red chili powder, you can use cayenne. And then we've got these little garlic cubes that I love from Trader Joe's that you can just pop out, and I'm going to be using one of those. So I'm going to take you along on how I make it. Great, so the onions are looking nice and brown. I've already popped a cube of garlic in there. Now I'm just going to pour, let's see here, just about that much ginger paste in. Now we're going to stir that and let that simmer for about a minute. Now, garlic and the ginger have been simmering for about a minute, and I'm going to be pouring in the tomato sauce. And now I have my curry powder and my red chili powder, and I have a nice leveled teaspoon that I'm just going to drop in. And depending on how hot you want it, this is 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I have a little bit in there, so I would probably say that's about 1/8 of a teaspoon of red chili. And depending on how hot you want it, depends on how much you add to it. I'm going to add a few shakes of pepper. And about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. So I'm mixing all of my yummy ingredients, and this is sometimes what they like to do in Indian and Pakistani cooking, is they like to make the paste first, which is like your masala type of paste. So simple. We've got onions, garlic, ginger, a little bit of curry powder, a little bit of red chili, salt and pepper, and now I'm going to add the garbanzo beans. We're going to mix that together and let it sit for just about a minute or so, and then we're going to add a cup of water. So we've mixed all the beans and the sauce together, and it is smelling so good, you guys. I wish you could smell it. I love the smell of curry powder, garlic, and onions. Now it's time to add a cup of water, and we're just going to add the water based on the consistency. Some people don't like it too watery. Some people like a little bit more sauce. So I'm going to mix that together and see if we need to add just a tad more. So the water cooks down quite a bit, and you want the beans to be quite tender. So I've added about 1/4 a cup to 1/3 cup more. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Then I'm going to put the lid on and let it saute for, we'll say, 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll see how it's doing then. And we won't forget to put cilantro at the end of it. So I had brought it to a boil, and now I have it on number 3 or number 4. So I guess you would say that's kind of low medium or medium heat. We don't want it to be too hot, or else it will burn the bottom, and we don't want it to be on like 2 or low, otherwise it won't cook properly. So you want it to have a little bit of bubbling going on. So it's been simmering on number 4 for about 5 to 7 minutes now, and I just wanted you guys to take a look at it. Bubbling really nicely, cooking really nicely. These garbanzo beans are going to get so soft. So, you know, I like to eat them with tortillas, and I'll show you those again and how I cook those on my flat pan. But when you're eating it with tortilla, you should be able to just kind of push the tortilla around the beans together, and the beans to just smush nice and softly. And I mean, you know, these garbanzo beans, you know, you can eat them straight from the can. So it just depends on how you like it. If you like it a little bit more harder, or if you like it really soft. This is actually really good over plain white rice, but today I'm going to be making tortillas with it. You can definitely stir it a couple times while it's doing its 20-minute to 30-minute cooking period. Some of the water's been going down. The color's looking great. It's still bubbling on number 4. And I'm going to put the lid back on and cook it for about another 15 to 20 minutes. So my timer went off that I had, and it looks really good. I just want a little bit more of the water to go down, and I want the garbanzo beans to be a little bit softer. So as I said before, depending on how much water you have inside there, depending how soft you want your garbanzo beans to be, it can be 20 to 30 minutes for quick chana, or it can be up to 45 minutes. In total, it will be a total of 45 minutes from start to finish, because I'm going to put the lid back on and let it simmer on number 3 now. I'm going to turn it down for about 10 more minutes, just so the beans get a little bit softer and some of the water goes down a little bit more. It is smelling so good, I can't wait to eat. So while the rest of the chana is cooking, I'm going to get started on warming up the tortillas. Of course, this is not your typical chapati or naan bread, but to me, this is the fastest way of having nice warm tortillas, which we use like we use naan or chapatis. Instead of me having to go to all the work of making those fresh homemade. I have done that before. It's just much quicker to do it this way on a regular basis. And I also was asked what type of uncooked tortillas I get. So I get these. It's from Tortilla Land. Fresh uncooked tortillas. There's usually 12. I think there's some packets that have more than that. And I've seen them at Save Mart, Safeway, I think Vaughn's carries them, and Winco carries them. Don't know what state you're in and what grocery stores you guys have, but they're actually, you know, they're not by the tortillas, they're refrigerated, so they're going to be in that refrigerated section. This is actually next to the cheese, where I get my big blocks of cheese. So anyways, these are what the uncooked tortillas look like, and I'm going to warm up a few of those right now. So easy to do. Just pop them on there, warm them up. They should pop up pretty quickly. Got one done over there. You can see kind of the little bubbles start to form. And when it starts to get kind of like it's bubbling up like it is right now, then I'm going to turn it over. Have to say, these, you know, these taste way better than just warming up regular tortillas. And it's done. I usually eat about 2, maybe 2.5 of these, so I'm gonna make a few more. Usually one of these things will last me 2 meals, so I always grab like 2 or 3 of them every single time I go on a shopping trip. So, I think we have about 5 more minutes left of the chana, and it's almost perfect, you guys. I turned it down on 2 to let it finish simmering while I'm working on the tortillas. And for the last 2 minutes of cooking the chana, I'm going to throw in some fresh cilantro, which always gives it that yummy, fresh element. And there's chana all cooked and all done. I'm so hungry, I can't wait to eat. Don't forget to make some tortillas or fresh rice with it. Hope you guys enjoy. And boys are having fish sticks and chicken nuggets, but we are looking forward to eating just some nice chana tonight for dinner.